So you want to start freelancing, but you are not sure where to go in order to learn the freelancing skills you need in order to get started. In that case, you are in the right place, because in this video, I'm going to share with you 4 places that you can go, 4 methods that you can follow in order to learn all the freelancing skills that you need to get started. The very first method is YouTube. If you intend to become a successful freelancer, you have to be comfortable with learning on YouTube. YouTube is free, and almost anything you want to learn, you can find a tutorial on YouTube that is going to show you how to do anything that you want to learn. Let's take video editing for example. If you search for video editing tutorial, you are going to find tutorials, more than 100 of tutorials about video editing on YouTube. If you take a specific software, if you take Shortcut for example, if you search for Shortcut tutorial, you are going to find more tutorials that you can watch. So almost anything that you want to learn, you can find tutorials on YouTube that are going to guide you through on how to do anything that you want to learn. And working as a freelancer, you are going to come across many things that you never done before, many things that you don't know how to do. Your ability to learn on YouTube is what is going to save you when you are working as a freelancer. Also, YouTube is free and it's instant. That means anything you want to learn, you can find tutorial instantly and watch the tutorial instantly and learn whatever you want to learn. And there are many creators on YouTube who are teaching the same thing that you want to learn. If you want to learn video editing, you are going to find many creators who are teaching video editing. That means if you find one creator that is teaching video editing and you are not understanding their teaching very well, you can find another creator, and that will make it easier for you to find a creator that you will understand. And for that reason, YouTube is going to be your best friend when learning freelancing skills. There are some disadvantages in learning on YouTube, especially if you are a complete beginner. The first disadvantage is it might be overwhelming. Because if you search for video editing tutorial, you are going to find hundreds of tutorials about video editing. So as a complete beginner, it might be hard for you to figure out which tutorial is right for you, because there are many creators and some creators doesn't really know that much about what they are teaching. Some creators aren't knowledgeable enough to teach, and some creators, even if they are knowledgeable enough to teach, they don't have teaching skills. So you as a complete beginner, you might end up spending hours going through dozens of tutorials without finding the right tutorial. And if you are using only YouTube to learn, it might be hard in some cases to find tutorials that are going to take you from step 1 up to the moment where you have a decent level of skill in what you want to learn. And for those reasons, you might want to consider other learning methods that I am going to mention later in this video. Okay, the next place to learn freelancing skills is Udemy. Udemy is an online course platform. It's a platform where experts on specific fields go to create courses at a very cheap price. So instead of finding single tutorials on YouTube, on Udemy you are going to find a complete tutorial on whatever you want to learn. So if you want to learn video editing, instead of finding single tutorials on YouTube, you will find a complete course that is going to teach you video editing from step 1. That will include the software that you should use and what exactly do you need to learn in order to start video editing. And almost anything you want to learn, I am sure you will find a course at a very cheap price on Udemy on that topic. Some of the benefit of using Udemy is, first, it's very cheap. The courses on Udemy are very cheap. And also when you buy a course, you have a lifetime access to the course. One of the tough downside of using Udemy is not free. You have to pay for every single course that you want to learn. And although the courses are very cheap on Udemy, it is still something, especially if you have never earned anything in freelancing. But investing in a course that is going to teach you the skills you need is never a waste of money. And another downside of using Udemy is you have to pay for every single course. If you want to learn video editing, you have to purchase video editing course. If you want to learn graphic design, you have to also pay for graphic design. If you want to learn something else in the future, you also have to pay for that. So if you want to learn 3 different skills, you have to purchase 3 different courses. Okay, the next place to learn freelancing skills is Skillshare. Skillshare is also an online course platform, very similar to Udemy, but there are many differences. And one of the major benefits of Skillshare is they offer subscription. That means if you pay a monthly fee, you have access to every single course on the platform. If you pay about $30 per month, you are going to have access to every single course on that platform. So this is a major benefit of using Skillshare. If you intend to learn several skills, if you intend to learn maybe video editing and graphic design and motion graphic and many other things, then Skillshare is going to be your best option because you just need to pay only one payment, but the payment is recurring. but you don't need to keep your subscription if you learn what you want to learn. And another major benefit is Skillshare offers a 30-day free trial. So you can sign up for free and start learning any skill that you want to learn. If you want to continue learning after 30 days, then you start paying their monthly subscription. So the best platform between Udemy and Skillshare are going to depend on the skills that you want to learn and your personal preference, whether you prefer a recurring payment or whether you prefer a single payment for a single course and have a lifetime access to the course. Okay, the next learning method is internship. How internship works is you find a successful freelancer, you work for them for free. In exchange, they are going to teach you the skills that you need to get started. The benefit of internship is if you do an internship, you have the opportunity to learn the specific skills that you need to get started. Because if you want to do video editing, if you purchase a video editing course, there might be some modules in the course that aren't going to be relevant for beginners. But if you do an internship, you are going to have the opportunity of learning most of the things that client asks for. But the downside of internship is, first, it is going to be hard for you to find internship opportunities. But if you personally know a freelancer that is already offering the services you want to start offering, it will be a great way for you to learn the skills that clients need and the skills that you need to learn as a complete beginner in order to get started. So those are the 4 places that you can go as a complete beginner to learn all the freelancing skills that you need. And remember, if you choose to do freelancing, you are going to have to keep learning. So even if you choose to invest in Udemy or Skillshare or get an internship, you have to be comfortable with learning on YouTube, because you are going to come across things that you don't know how to do on a continuous basis. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in the next video.